From Salt Lake City, Utah, the scene for the Magic, one of the greatest offensive talents we've ever seen, James Harden, getting into game mode as they settle in for game time at Delta Center. Magic Jazz, coming up next, right after this. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sideline. Now the starting group for Orlando. Jalen Duren is out there with Duncan. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Harden, and it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. And for Utah, they've got Jalen Williams. Johnson is out there with Suggs. Then it's Reed, and it's Williamson in at the... four-man position. And now that we are well past the halfway point of the season, DB, what are you most looking forward to?
I think, Kevin, this is the first time of the year where you start to consider well, I'll tell you, the playoff positioning is starting to take shape. The potential first-round matchups become intriguing. I can't wait to see how things end up.
Here's James. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. James has got his team on the board to start the game for the Magic. Pass to Suggs. Now here's Williamson. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Williamson outside. Over Duncan. Bank shot, no good. Harden the pass to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Oh, just such a terrific lead guard. James Harden knows and has a feel for when to pass the basketball.
And the dunk by Reed.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Duren with a screen on Suggs. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now, here's Johnson. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Well, because Suggs can do so much offensively, he's able to keep defenders off balance, very willing to absorb the contact.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of this. So for the Magic, Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Harden. And it's Maravich in for SGA. Both free throws good from Suggs.
This is a guy who will happily go to the line if that's what the defense wants to give him.
And it's LeBron missing.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker. But Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
Poked away and stolen by James. Duncan in the corner. And it's Utah with the rebound. Williamson looking it over. Pass to Reed. Nice ball movement by Utah. Maravich. It's hauled in by Jalen Williams. James with it. Williams picks him up. Counted good.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Johnson kicks to Williamson. It's deflected. And up the court come the Magic on the break. And the dunk by James.
I'll tell you this, LeBron is hard enough to defend in a half-court set, let alone impossible to guard in the open floor.
Back to Suggs. And it's off from three-point range. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy before long. We were talking about LeBron James, and he said, he's a focus for us tonight, absolutely. Coach shared, saying in clutch situations, we're ready to double James and be assertive. But I'm sure he knows that. LeBron, as always, on the minds of the opposition. Back over to you.
Thank you, Allie. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. The Magic making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Utah trailing here.
Checking in for 11. Number 1. James.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Reed dishes to Suggs. The three from Johnson. And the dunk by Reed.
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
You know, you love it when he plays big. Overpowering move right there.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Back to Williams. With some arc, and Williamson with the layup.
Well, that's just the pure strength and explosiveness of Williamson. Easily finishes there through the contact.
Now, here is Maravich. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Johnson with it. Maravich defending. Here's Suggs. Good on the shot.
Let's not forget, Jalen Suggs is a great football player growing up. He is not afraid to mix it up down low.
Magic have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Harden kicks to Maravich. And he lays it straight in. Maravich has got 6 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Johnson, the pass to Reed. Yep, it counts. He's got 8. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. So Utah ends up going with the new group. Orlando also making some changes. Bull. He's checked in for Duran. Vanderbilt comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's Toumani Camara in for LeBron.
And the size Bull has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Orlando.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
That one misses for Bull.
And like his father, Manute, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Camara finds Bull. And it's sent back by McAdoo. Here's Sarath. Pass to McAdoo. Here's Sarath. Here's Van Horn. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Outside, Maravich. And the layup's good off the glass. Maravich has got 8. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. posts her off, guarded by Harden. Fires from the line, and Bull pulls it down.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Harden outside. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Harden. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so the first quarter is in the books. Magic lead by 4. From Delta Center, back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
So on the floor for Orlando, they've got Dante DiVincenzo. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Tamani Kamara. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Bull in the center position. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
The Magic making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. To the middle. And McAdoo kicks to Williams. Pass to Collier. 5 to shoot. SGA with the steal. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Kevin?
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Duncan. The shot that time, not on target. Jazz trail by 3 to the inside. Williams lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
What you like about J-Dub is he tries hard to get to the positions on the floor he likes. If he's in the painted area, that's a good spot.
Here's SGA. Bull was screen on Jones. Duncan, the pass to Bull. And stolen by McAdoo. Here's Collier. Drops in the breakaway layup. Collier's got his first bucket of the night. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Utah Jazz?
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Duran, he's checked in for Orlando. DiVincenzo finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Collier. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Pass to Van Horn. Over in the corner, Williams. Here's Collier. Duran pulls it in.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
Inside. And Duran slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious Is hops.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Zion Williamson's checked in for Van Horn. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level, but you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
And here is Williamson. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And the foul called on Toumani Camara. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Pass to Jones. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit.
Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Now, here's SGA. Just 5 on the clock. Gilgeous-Alexander puts it up and through.
Oh, my goodness, the quickness of SGA, the burst. It's like a blur.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Down low. McAdoo inside. Defended by Duren. Nice shot by McAdoo. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now, here's SGA. And a missed layup. Williamson against Duren. Here's Collier. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Back to Williamson. Over SGA. And it's Williamson missing.
Oh, the analytics department is smiling after that one.
That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Williams passes to McAdoo. Shoots over Duren. McAdoo misses. The Magic with the lead. Left side, SGA. Rebound, Utah. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Williamson outside. Teardrop shot. Duncan grabs the rebound. Duncan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's SGA. Tries again. Duncan kicks to DiVincenzo. Duncan with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And the Jazz with some changes. Reedy's checked in for McAdoo. Johnson comes in for Jones. And it's Suggs in for Jalen Williams. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. So it's the Jazz now. They trail by 1. Johnson, the pass to Collier. Suggs dishes to Williamson. Trying to find Suggs and gets it to him.
This young man has got some big-time athleticism. Go ahead, Mr. Suggs. Show off that vertical.
Here's Maravich into the lane. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Just so many lead changes. Nobody's held an advantage for long.
Harden against Suggs. A rebound by Harden.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. But LeBron's playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that will be. What will you remember most about his play?
You know, I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations and not only met those expectations, but fair to say he's exceeded.
And Utah making a change here. Jones is checked in, and that one is good from Suggs.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. James against Reed. Outside, James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint, Vanderbilt. It's stolen by Jones. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Orlando out in front, leading by a point. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
You can't win playing passive at the offensive end. I mean, how many times did we see him at the free throw line?
Practically none. There were a few calls they thought should have gone their way, but you can't rely on the refs to bail you out. And let's focus now on the Rookie of the Year contenders. Some great talent coming into the league this year.
Well, we're deep enough into the year right now, we can confirm these dudes are legit. They're going to be a problem for a long...
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Pete Maravich having a dominant impact in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
They've got Jalen Suggs. Reed out there with Williamson. Then it's Williams. And it's Johnson in at the 2 guard. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half. There's the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Johnson's got the lead up to 2 now for Utah.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's LeBron. And that one comes up a bit short.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
Suggs against SGA. Shot clock at 6. Suggs kicks to Reed from 15 feet away, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Left side, SGA. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. To the left side wing. Harden outside. Shot clock at 5. The Magic need to get a shot off here.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
Duncan with a screen on Williamson. Harden. Ooh, Harden taking flight.
Well, with that frame and that power, James Harden leaves no doubt.
And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the jam. Pass to Reed. Now, here's Suggs. SGA defending. 4 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Williamson from long range. Magic have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. LeBron James on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Duncan. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Second shot opportunity. Shea takes the hit and still gets it to go.
One of the great strengths in SGA's game, the ability to maintain control and finish through contact.
Back to Johnson. The tray. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Toumani Camara, he's checked in for the Magic.
Into the lineup for Magic. Number 20.
SGA against Suggs. Curran sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed with the steal. And here we go. Williamson heading to the hoop. Duncan with some nice D.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Curran sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jalen Suggs.
Jake Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the best in the game at mining fouls. It drives social media absolutely crazy.
Utah has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Suggs. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. The Magic have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Zion Williamson is a force offensively, but now he's applying his physical gifts to the other end of the court. He said, quote, teams were hunting me on defense. Watching the film, I didn't like that. I just started taking a lot more pride in it, working on it so I can hold my own. Kevin, back to you.
Locking in. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Williamson, the pass to Suggs. Reed with it. Duran picks him up. Reed, a screen on Duncan. 5 on the clock. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Willis Reed. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
And the dunk by Reed.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Clearly a foul.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. McAdoo is checked in for Reed. Jones comes in for Johnson. And it's Collier in for Suggs. The Magic have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Gilgeous-Alexander with the bucket.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
Williams looking around. And Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 15. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. The quick look, no good that time. The Magic have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Utah has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, and quick and shifty there off the bounce. Fluid with that shot motion as well. Williamson continues to impress.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his 6th miss and 12 field goal attempts. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Williams dishes to Jones, and Jones with the stop.
You see the awareness of Jalen Williams. This guy understands somebody else had a better look.
Maravich with it. 10 points for him. He can't get that one. Good D by Williamson. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Cuts off the pass. SGA kicks the ball. Back to SGA. That will count. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Jazz lead by 2. From Delta Center, back in a moment. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Utah leading. So on the floor for Orlando, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Damani Kamara. Then there's Maravich. Then it's Bol, and it's Harden in at the point guard. Williams for 3, and Bol pulls it down.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Harden slicing his way to the rim.
Well, James Harden's ability to put it on the deck and get to the cup is elite. And because of that size and frame, he's going to finish most often.
Here's Collier. Pass to McAdoo. Inside. Collier. That's good. Collier's got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Jazz.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Bol setting the pick for Harden. Driving inside. And the dunk by Bol.
Pick and roll play is a specialty of James Harden. And if he's got the ball in his hands and there's a pass to be made, I promise he'll deliver it.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone contributing.
Here's McAdoo, and there's the second dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Harden. Following the bucket by the Jazz. Just 5 to shoot. Maravich, good. Maravich has got it all tied up now for the Magic.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively. Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
It's Bol, top of the key. Now, here is Maravich. Pass to Kamara. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. To the inside. Collier, that's good. Collier's got the lead up to 2 now for the Jazz.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Al Harden. Down low and stolen by McAdoo. Pass to Van Horn. Here's Collier, guarded by Harden. Here's Williams, and he makes good on the layup. Now it's a 4-point Jazz lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Utah Jazz.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
A different look for Utah. Reedy's checked in for McAdoo. Zion Williamson comes in for Jones. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Van Horn. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Bull. Duncan comes in for Vanderbilt. James checked in for Tamani Kamara. And Gilgeous Alexander is subbed in for Maravich.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Jazz.
Boy, every year, Gilgeous Alexander adds a dimension to his game. It's hard to remember when he was just a role player coming into the league, now a yearly MVP candidate.
Now, here's Suggs. Over Gilgeous Alexander. The Jazz with another miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Takes it inside, and the layup is off. Jazz leading by 5. Suggs outside.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Second team foul.
First free throw is good.
The line for 2. Willis Reed.
That one misses. The Magic trail by 6. Gilgeous Alexander puts it right back up and in.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shai Gilgeous Alexander. The delivery is on time.
Now, here's Johnson. Duren pulls it down. Gilgeous Alexander with it. Picked up by Suggs. Duncan. Oh, Duncan drops the hammer.
What shall we call LeBron James? In this instance, I think point forward will do. Someone that you can trust to run the offense.
Jackson outside. Duren against Reed. Does not go in. And SGA has got the ball here for the Magic. Oh, Shai, so smooth.
Shai Gilgeous Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
Takes a step back. It's Suggs with the drive.
Jalen Suggs, a big-time bucket. This guy is fearless.
Orlando trailing here. Gilgeous Alexander got it to go off the glass.
Now, Shai Gilgeous Alexander, by virtue of skill and temperament, so ready to deliver in these moments.
Now Williamson. It's stolen by Duncan. Johnson against Gilgeous Alexander. Duren with a screen on Johnson to take the lead, and the crafty layup. Good.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Al LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, you're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another. Guys, let's see what happens.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Now, here's Suggs.
Well, Suggs has handles, folks. He can outsmart defenders with that dribble.
It's Orlando's ball. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gilgeous Alexander against Suggs.
And they had a foul to give, but we want to use it on the ground.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them the lead.
Yeah, he gets them the lead at the free throw line despite the one miss.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Guys, what are their best options now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
What you want is to create a clean, high percentage look, if that's at all possible.
Suggs! And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
James, when a game gets close down the stretch like this one did, talk about the mentality this team has to have.
Time to lock in. Time to lock in and get stops when we need to. Always got to trust in my guys to make the big plays, make the big shots, and we move on.
The trust paid off. Thanks, James.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Allie LaForce covering us courtside. So a look at our starters for Orlando. They've got Jalen Duren. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with James Harden. Then there's LeBron James. And it's Duncan in at the 4. And for the Hawks, they've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Keon Ellis is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Edey, and it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. What a great front court matchup we have tonight, Legs. Do those battles look a little different from when you played?
Well, certainly there's less wrestling going on down on the block. More of these post players now want to step out and face up. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a fan of either style.
A lot of space on the floor, that's for sure.
There's no doubt much more difficult to defend these post players with all this versatility.
And that one drops for him.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
That's his game, attacking the rack with a purpose.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. We talked about the challenges the defense faces when dealing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He said once Shai gets under the arc, it's impossible to prevent a shot. He's too shifty. So we need to be ready to help off on the wings early and try and bump him out to the perimeter. Not easy to control the movements of Shai. Back to you.
Allie, thank you. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
You know, and the growth we've seen from SGA over the years has really been incredible, and it's a testament to that work ethic. He puts in the time every offseason to add something.
Antetokounmpo has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
Now here's Antetokounmpo, scoring around 28.5 points a game. A very talented offensive player.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
So it's Orlando now, following the score by Atlanta. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Edey. Antetokounmpo for 3. This one for 3. Duran with the rebound.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Duncan. They get the rebound. Pass to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Keon Ellis.
And right now, if you're the defense, you got to be careful. Harden excels at finding ways to get to the free throw line.
Harden hits them both.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
Mitchell against Duran. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Edey. Antetokounmpo outside. Again, Antetokounmpo missing.
Well, this has been far from his best game. And if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going. Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
Yeah, what a move by Porter Jr. Great ball handler for his size.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the score by Atlanta. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Hawks trail by 7. Antetokounmpo outside. Yep, that one goes. Antetokounmpo has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now here's Porter. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still.
The previous play is under review.
There's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Kamara, he's checked in for LeBron. First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Mitchell. 2 teams tonight trying to elevate to mid-season form, Grant, and really start to push to control each game.
And that gets more and more difficult as fatigue mounts. The travel miles climb and games just tighten up. But you know, B.A., you just got to push through all of that and keep playing your best ball. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Magic have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. SGA can't get it to go. For Atlanta, they've gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Antetokounmpo. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's Harden. That one's off. Still out of sync. The Hawks leading. Ellis passes to Mitchell. Pass to Porter. Shoots over Harden, and it's Atlanta scoring again.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 7. Here's Duren. Outside Harden. Shot clock at 6. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
Almost had the steal, but you have to love the pressure defense.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Levine comes in for Ellis, and it's Ball in for Mitchell. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They lead by 4. Antetokounmpo outside. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, B.A. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and, of course, controlling the boards.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot. Giannis Antetokounmpo is embracing his emotional leadership role. He said, before I was really serious and quiet, now I'm more vocal, smiling, having fun. It carries over. I love to lead by example, but I know that my voice carries a lot of weight. Brian, back to you.
It sure does. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's Ball. Deflected. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Here's Harden. And Harden with the slam.
And just a great effort from Harden on the break. I mean, he can score any way he wants.
Ball against Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo for 3. He's off on that one.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Levine. Atlanta again missing.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for Atlanta. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Well, that's just great chemistry offensively. Everybody playing for one another and trusting each other. It's beautiful to watch.
On the court for the Magic, we've got Dante DiVincenzo, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Bol. Then there's LeBron James, and it's Maravich in at the 2. And stolen by Bol. Fast break, here we go. Here's Vanderbilt. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Orlando with the ball. And finished off by Bol.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Maravich with the bucket. And now it's a 6-point Magic lead.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Jackson against James. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Hachimura. Ellis comes in for Levine. And Mitchell subbed in for Ball. Outside Mitchell. Shot to stop the run. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
And stolen by Vanderbilt. They push it up 4-on-3. Maravich with the bucket. Maravich has got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter. And now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. And Atlanta misses again.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Ellis outside. Pass to Mitchell. Tipped. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball. Edey's checked in for Vucevic. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Just 2 to shoot. Antetokounmpo for 3. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Back to Mitchell. Pass to Ellis. Edey against DiVincenzo. Down low. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by DiVincenzo. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Orlando. SGA comes in for DiVincenzo. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. Here's Orlando. Right now on a 9-0 run. And it's out of bounds to the Magic. Orlando will retain possession here. On defense, Atlanta still looking for their first basket since the first quarter.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
Pass to Jackson. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Kamara, he's checked in for Orlando. Jackson outside. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Magic leading by 7. Harden, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Atlanta's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Off the left rim and out.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
One thing we know for sure about Harden, he does not shy away from contact.
And Atlanta shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
The Magic have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Here's SGA. The rebound by Atlanta.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Here's Edey. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. And it's now only a 5-point Orlando lead. Here's SGA. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got 5 rebounds tonight. To the paint. And the dunk by Edey.
And showing the point guard instincts there. Boy, Giannis can make it look easy.
Orlando calls timeout. Michael Porter, who's checked in for the Hawks. 1:41 left in the first half. Here's SGA. He's got 11. Looking to get it going. The shot no good. Ooh, solid defense from Mitchell. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Shea probing. Antetokounmpo against Harden. Duren the screen. 6 to shoot. Harden the pass to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And I love seeing the bigs like Duren get rewarded after they've set a screen.
1 minute left to play in the first half. Mitchell with the ball. Pass to Edey. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. They grab their own miss. The 3 from Mitchell on target from range. Mitchell's got 5 points.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
SGA passes to Duncan, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And defensively, you have to stay with SGA coming off that screen. That creates the passing lane.
Here's Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. SGA against Mitchell. Here's the pick. To the middle. Here's Duncan. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Orlando ahead, up 2. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now, and Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
It had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court. Whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half.
In a tight game like this, free throws could be the difference. It would help if they could get some freebies.
Is that how you saw it when they would foul you? Freebies?
Nah, it was usually and one. Free throws were just a bonus.
Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
We've talked about it in the past, going on the road removes the distractions of home. And it can bring you guys closer together if it's the right group.
Yeah, but you still have people you barely know asking you to comp tickets. Oh, I hate the road.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Magic. After this game, they can look forward to Boston, where they will match up against the Celtics. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. Michael Porter out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Mitchell, then there's Keon Ellis, and it's Edey in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. It's stolen by SGA. To the inside, Duncan, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
And Shea's playmaking is really exceptional. Highlighted there with the perfect pass.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Ellis. Now Porter. Antetokounmpo outside. No good with the triple.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Punching it inside, LeBron.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Here's Antetokounmpo. Give him 8. Outside Mitchell. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And the 3 off target. Magic leading by 6. Maravich, the pass to Bol. And finished off by Bol.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Or a good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. James passes to DiVincenzo. James deciding where to go with it. Vanderbilt with a screen. 5 to shoot. James finds Vanderbilt. Outside, DiVincenzo. No good on the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Ellis. And here's Porter. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Guarded by Vanderbilt. Looking to end this cold spell. And another basket for Atlanta. Orlando leading. Here's Maravich. Inside. Outside Vanderbilt. Orlando moving the ball around. Stolen by Ellis. He's all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Well, not all turnovers are created equal. Live ball turnovers lead to that.
Get that weak stuff out of here. Giannis doing everything he can to protect the rim.
Here's Maravich. 6 points for him. To the middle. Here's Vanderbilt. Ellis with a rebound. The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Porter's shot is off. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. James with the ball. Guarded now by Mitchell. Here's Maravich. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Bol. Over Edey. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Well, that's a good high percentage shot. He just couldn't convert.
Antetokounmpo outside. They set the screen. On the wing, Porter. Back to Antetokounmpo. Bad miss 4%. Not bad. James. The rebound by Atlanta. Edey's got 6 rebounds in the game. Ellis passes to Mitchell. Porter from outside. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Vanderbilt's got 5 rebounds in the game.